Hey guys, GekiBlue 25
and Archer 9234
with episode 16 of Ranger Review. Today we have the Power Rangers Jungle Fury figurines. Now these are both the toy line figurines from the spring and the fall. So just to make you guys know, these are all from the whole wave. So we do have the core 5 and the 2 villains, which is shocking to see. We haven't had that in a while. So we have red, blue, yellow, white, Rhino, Melee, and Rio. So we have the first wave was actually blue, yellow, red, Rio, and the other 3 annoying, idiotic people that were never mentioned. Second wave, we had Wolf and Rhino. Technically, the second wave, well, the secondary quarter during the spring line when we got the Super Legend figures, we had a Melee. Funny thing about Melee is that she was spelled with M-E-L-L-E instead of M-E-L-E like in GekiRanger. So that was actually pretty cool to see.
But what I don't understand is that why does the toy call her Melee, but in the show she's completely different?
Camille, yeah. Well, the funny thing is that Melee is that a lot of people that bought it, here's a funny story. As we know that when you buy figures, they have a barcode. When you scan Melee, she had no price. That was the funny thing. It's like, everyone is like $7.99 or up. No price, please see assistant. So when you go up there, you can say the figure was 99 cents for all I know, and people will buy for 99 cents. I know a lot of people actually did that. They were like, it's $3.99, and you got $3.99 figure from Melee. Funny thing about these is that there were different waves. The fall wave had these Jungle Master versions. They had the Jungle tags, which when you press the button, they had a sound, and when you stick it in the back, they would have a different sound. So we have first is red. Posability wise, it's pretty good. He does have his nunchucks, and he included this weapon.
It looks like the front part of the claw cannon.
You can pose with them pretty well. They're really nice looking to pose. Really nice details. You even see even the Geki changers that they have. They're actually pretty good detail, so that's really nice to see about the figurines. Head wise, moves all back and forth. Legs do this. The hands do that. What's funny about our figures is that we make better figures than Japan does, but yet they make better Zords than we do. So mainly much what you had is that you had the nunchucks and you had this cannon, and they make a sound. They make a roaring sound depending on which one. This one would make a tiger because he was a tiger, but
your batteries don't work or something happened.
Maybe it's a speaker fault, but that's red for years. Next we have blue, the Jaguar Ranger, same posability as red. Head moves and all that. He makes a sound. Mine is also broken. He, on the other hand, has different stuff. He has another like the claw cannon like kind of thing, and he has his signature weapons. In
Geki they're called the Geki Tonfas.
The Tonfas.
I think they're still called Tonfas.
Called Tonfas. You know, it's really cool that you can pose really well with him, so that's pretty nice to see. Funny thing is that you actually can hold it 2 different ways. Just like some of the older figurines, you can actually hold it like a sword wise, or you can hold them down wise.
Yeah, like the Battle Borgs, they did a similar thing too.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool to see that you can do that. Like I said, detail on these are really, really good. That's actually shocking for us to have details on this, but why can't we have that for Megazords? I do not understand. That's pretty cool. Now we have Cheetah. Now the only complaint of Cheetah is that she's really limited to posability. Unlike the guys where you had the legs, since she has a skirt, you can't really move her well. And her legs, they weren't really that good either, because
she was also a highly collectible item because she wasn't made a lot.
Yeah, in every single PR series, there's always a rare figurine to see. Yeah, the funny thing is that it's always the girls, I guess, because since it's a boy show. What's funny about her is that she's actually the only good figurine since Wild Force. She has a chest. You can see she has something like a womanly figure.
I know. I like in when MMPR began, they used the freaking guy
big
molds.
chest. It's like
it was like Kim and Trini looked like a guy. I was like, what the hell?
Another interesting feature about the Jungle Fury figurines is that they actually have the signature weapons. You have the cannon right here, which we saw in GekiRanger, but of course we never used it that well.
Yeah, we never used it in Jungle Fury. He was the training robot.
And you actually can take it out. So this was actually pretty cool to see.
But it is different from its Japanese figurines.
Yes, it is. It's very different. But yeah, these are actually good. And another thing that I forgot to tell you guys is that on the legs of each of the figurines, they actually have the GekiRanger symbol on it. So that's something really nice to see. You actually have one.
The claw.
And another thing is that she's the only one that doesn't make sounds. Alright, so in wave 1, we got our first villain, Rio. His articulation is actually really, really limited. He can't move his head due to the fact that his whole body is just weird. He has a sword. He has movability right here. It's pretty nice. And he does have his arms and the legs that go like this. Now his gimmick is different from every one of the ones. You press his crotch. Yes, it's his crotch.
This belongs on failed blog or
something. In his chest opens up. Yeah, he does have his sword. His sword is actually a chameleon and a lion thing. So that's pretty cool to see. Alright, so now we have Melee. Camille, Melee, whatever you call it. What's funny about Jungle Figure is that this toy line, we actually have both the main villains, which is kind of surprising because we never had that after a while. We actually have Flint too. That's actually shocking, but Flint can't do much.
No, it's just there. That's all he is.
Her pose ability is almost the same thing as the other ones. She has a similar skirt to Yellow, but
it's a little bit looser.
So you can actually pose with her. She poses really well. The only complaint I have is that her arm doesn't move. Now her gimmick, she has a fly swatter. When you can move this arm, but you can't move it like this. So, give or take, that's failed, but it's okay. You can attach Flint to the back of her. She has a hole, Flint has a little peg. There you go. Her gimmick is that you swat Flint. Since he's a fly, you swat him. And what you do is that you press it down. You can tell that these are really bendable, so try not to bend these if you can. She was actually pretty rare too in the beginning because people were shocked that we actually have the main villain. She came out during the second spring near the summer. We had the Super Legends, as you guys know, the green and the Lord Zed figure. So she wasn't included in that wave. Alright, so now we have the final fall wave of the Jungle Fury figures, the Jungle Master tags. Now there were two different sets. What I mean by two different sets is that if you guys remember in Jungle Fury, there was a small box set in the first release where it had red, blue, elephant, and I think it was bat or shark in one set. And then we have the Jungle Master set, which included all three of the core rangers in the Jungle Master modes and the Wolf Ranger. The Wolf Ranger didn't come out until the fall line, which is really odd because we already saw him
a long time before that.
So people were actually anxious to get him too. His posability. Now this one, I have a different one. As you can see, he doesn't have a jungle tag, unlike the Rhino does, because this was from the Jungle Master set. The only difference is that he doesn't have the sounds. His posability is the same thing as the others. He's really cool. I actually like him to be posable, and he actually has the wolf muffler, really detailed. Nice detail on the wolf muffler. That's pretty cool. He's the same thing as the Jungle Master tag version, just without the sound, so that's pretty nice to see. Then we have the Jungle tags. Now, they released every single ranger with the Jungle tag, corresponding with whatever color. Rhino was white, blue was blue, yellow was yellow, red was red. Funny thing about these is that, I don't know if it was just Bandai's fault, but they were very limited. Before Christmas time, well technically before even Thanksgiving, these were already gone. I don't understand that. Like, I don't know what happened. They were released for like less than 3 months, and before the holidays, these were all gone. The sound, and when you push it in the back, it will make a sound, but mine's just broken, so it's failed for Bandai. Thank you very much, Bandai. You failed us. So this is the only version you can get Rhino in. The only complaint I have is that the legs. These legs are horrible. Look how loose these are. But other than that, posability is the same as any other figurine, so that's pretty cool. And he does have his changes too. Alright, so that's all I gotta say about the Jungle Fury figurines. Bandai does do some good figurines, but just some of my stuff are just not. They're just unacceptable, like Rhino over here, you know. I mean, other than that, it's pretty cool. If you guys want, you can pick these figures up still, if you can find them on eBay. But yeah, these are the Jungle Fury figurines. So join us next week for the Chrono Morpher from Time Force, aka Time Ranger. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next week.
put it on the crotch.
It's like, hey, mommy, look at what my thing can do. I'm pressing this crotch, for God's sakes. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna put it. We released very little.
Yeah, because mostly boys would not buy them because they would have, ooh, it's a girl. We don't want it. We're basically trying to get the electronics to work in these crappy ass figures, and none of them are working.
Oh my God! You failed me! God! Hi people, my battery sucks. Yeah, mine too. Failed! Haha. Okay, well done.